What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and we are back with another Marvel Rivals video. And in this video, I wanted to go over all of my rankings, a current tier list in the alpha phase, all right, for each of the Marvel Rivals characters, okay? There's a lot of them floating around. I have about 30 hours into this game, so I wanted to give my opinions. But what's a little different from some of the other tier lists that you may be seeing out there, I wanna look at this from more of a competitive aspect, because I think some of the other ones are just like all around characters for like pubbing and stuff like that. No. We got a big like $20,000 tournament coming up. Let's talk about the competitive aspect, okay? But before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name's Chris. I also go by Bootman, and I am doing a lot of Marvel Rivals content during this alpha test, and I will be doing it as we go through the launch and probably in between as well. So if you're into that, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. And today, if you are catching this on May 13th, make sure you follow me on Twitch down in the description below, because today I will be streaming all day and I have about 20 alpha keys to give away. I think this is gonna be my last day of giveaways. These are all the ones I have. I'm gonna just be throwing them out there. So make sure you come hang out in the Twitch stream, all right? The link is down in the description below. All right, so let's jump into this thing. So like I said, I want to look at this from like a competitive aspect. Competitive mode is in the game now, so I've played quite a bit of competitive. I've been looking at different team compositions and everything like that. And like some people are just like putting all the DPS in the S tier, and I don't think that is correct, all right? So anyways, let's start ranking some of these things. All right, so first up, we got our boy TChalla, okay? So TChalla, I recently started playing with him. I never saw anybody playing Black Panther. And like, I feel like, I was like, oh, this character is gonna be terrible. And I started playing with him and I actually liked him a lot. But unfortunately, I'm going to put my man TChalla at the C tier, okay? So I think he is a decent enough character, but I am hoping he is going to get a little bit buffed, okay? And make sure that you're subscribed, because I will be doing a lot of like character breakdowns and give my opinions on how they are, what I hope for the future, as far as like tweaking goes, like with buffs and nerfs and everything, okay? Next up, we have Groot. Like I said, I'm going to be not just putting DPS in the S tier, okay? When you're looking at like the competitive gameplay, like you need tanks, you need support, all right? And Groot, I think right now, Groot is S tier, okay? So Groot is going to be going up in the S tier because I think he's been in every competitive game that I've seen. He's probably in just about, I think he's like in 99% of the games that I see. Groot is just very, very strong. He has a wall ability to block off different entry points and everything, and the walls are super duper strong. Like, I do think Groot is one that we're gonna be talking about some nerfs with, okay? But yeah, Groot is definitely, if you're a tank player, Groot is a dude for you, all right? Iron Man, there are some good Iron Mans out there, but right now, like if you're just learning the game and you're gonna go pub, maybe play Iron Man, but my dude is probably going into the D tier right now. My first day, I played a lot of Iron Man, just because he's one of the only characters, one of two characters in the game that is constantly in the air. There's a debate going around, like, is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? But one cool thing about Marvel Rivals is it makes you look at multiple heights, right? You're just not always focusing on the ground or characters who pop up in the air like momentarily. Like, this game has a couple characters who are always flying, which can be difficult to deal with. So Iron Man, there are some good ones. He does some damage, but I don't think he's doing enough right now. Like, you have to really lead your shots if somebody's far away to really hit him. But when he does some damage. But Iron Man, I don't know how much they'll buff him, but yeah, he's like, all right, but he's at the bottom. All right, so Hela, I don't think I'm gonna change this opinion, but I think maybe, let me look. All around, I will say, I think Hela is the best DPS in the game. Not everybody is playing her in like competitive modes and everything, but she is very strong. She doesn't have the fastest attack speed, but she probably has the highest damage per hit. She can snipe you from very far away with her just regular left click fire. And like, yeah, she does a ton of damage. Like, I'm on the fence about her being like the best DPS, and I'll explain why in a minute. But yeah, like, Her ult is very strong as well. She has a like dash slash teleport ability. She can hover in the air so you can dash up and then like kind of hang up there and just start sniping people. So I'm gonna give her my S tier DPS for now. Let's see if my opinion changes by the end of it. Okay, Loki. Loki, he's not gonna take my S tier for support, okay? Because we got one support that we'll put up here. He's not gonna take my S tier, but he is one of the higher difficulty characters right now. He's like at a 4-star difficulty out of 5. But this dude, when you're playing against a good Loki, he is just such a pain to deal with. He sets up clones, and his clones, not only are they a distraction, so you don't know which one's the real Loki, but when you pop his heal, each of the clones is healing as well. So it's great for like holding the point, and it's very difficult to deal with because as you are dealing with their team running around shooting and they got their tanks and everything, you're trying to take out the clones as well because when they pop that heal, you're kind of in trouble, all right? So Hulk, a lot of people were playing Hulk. I played him for a little bit, and then the more I like watch people play and everything, like I've seen people ranking Hulk pretty well, so don't get mad at me, but I am going to put Hulk, I'll give him C tier. I'll give him C tier, but yo, he is very close. My man Bruce is very close to the D tier. He's just not that great, okay? Like, so he is a tank who can jump and dive in, but the way his jump, like his leap to get into the action to like go after the backline characters, it's kind of awkward to use. Maybe I just need some more hours with him, but I'll say this. I have 30 hours in the game. I have never played a game where I'm just like, this is the best Hulk. This Hulk is so annoying. Oh my God, kill the Hulk. Like a lot of times, Hulk just like jumps in there. He draws the focus, right? But then he just gets pummeled. Like, I just don't think Hulk is that great. I don't really know what they could do to buff him. I'll play him a bit more and get some ideas for a future video. But yeah, Hulk is not that great. So, Luna Snow. All right, this is the reason why I want to talk about, you know, putting supports in the S tier because nobody is. Luna, if you're playing competitive, you need Luna. You need Luna. A lot of the other supports are very good, but Luna is nutty, all right? I've seen Lunas doing like, I think my buddy got like almost 30,000 healing with Luna. Like, it is crazy. And then her ultimate too, she's borderline invincible. I think I've only seen a Luna die in her ultimate one time. So Luna is showing up a lot in the ranked matching. Like, she is just very, very, very good, okay? And something I wanted to mention too, like, most of the characters are viable. That's why this tier list is like a little bit difficult to do. But anyways, like most of the characters are viable. And I will say, like, I think all of the characters are kind of fun, except for one, which I'll get to in a minute. But like, this game is just so good. I really, really love this game. All right, Magic. So Magic is one of the first characters I put a lot of time into. And Magic for right now, I'm gonna put her, so she's not showing up in competitive play. She's not showing up that much in competitive play, so I will put her at B tier, but like if I was just doing overall, A tier for sure. Magic, she gets in and out really well. Like if you need to, if they have a back line that's like, with support or just being really annoying, like they're in the back, like shooting you with DPS or whatever, like Magic can get in there and her sword does a ton of damage. Like, I am not the best Magic player, but when you play against a good Magic player, she's very hard to deal with because if you time your dashes correctly, she can get in and out. And that's kind of what Black Panther does as well. He's just not nearly as strong. Her sword does like a pretty big swing, and when she comes out of her dash, like her little teleport, she could do like an even wider swing, or she could drop a demon that like attacks people around her. So like Magic is very good. She might be A tier, but we'll keep her in B for right now. So Doctor Strange, this one's a very hard one to rank. This one's a hard one to rank right here. He's a very good tank. I think he's one of the best tanks, but like, I kind of want to put him B tier, but for now, I'm going to put him in A tier, okay? I might need to do another tier list after the tournament, all right? But anyways, One of the strategies right now that people are using is like, so as soon as you start the game, Doctor Strange gets his teleport, and his portal has no limit on it, on the distance. So what a lot of people are doing is right when you're coming out of spawn, you set up your portal in spawn and then it goes, and like the speed is pretty good. So it can go all the way to the other team's like base or just side of the map, and then you could set it up behind them. And you could shoot through the portal and you could just, your whole team can jump right in. And like some of the first ranked matches we were playing, people were doing that and it was very, very frustrating. So I predict that we're gonna see this a lot in the tournament, but like, maybe not, because if you, basically what I figured out is if you don't see the other team for the first like 10 seconds, like when you go to the main room, then they're probably trying to portal behind you. So you just have to have a little awareness. All right, Magneto, I think I'm definitely gonna put him in the A tier. So Magneto is very strong. So not only is he a tank, but he's also, he does some like really good range damage. His regular fire is ranged, and then his alternate fire is ranged as well. But yeah, he can throw shields on people. He has like a normal shield that goes up. It's only for like, I think like 5 seconds or so, but it's very good for like blocking certain ultimates, or if you need to get out of a fight, or if one of your teammates is getting attacked, you can jump in front of them, pop your shield. It blocks like every single ult. So there are some very powerful ults in the game, and he could just go pop up his shield. He's the main tank that I play when I am playing tank. Very good. All right. Now we got Mantis. I'm gonna put Mantis A tier. I suck with Mantis. I started playing her a little bit, but Mantis has a lot of cool abilities. Like with Mantis, you gotta constantly be doing stuff. But like, if people disagree with me, if the top players disagree with me on Luna, I think you'll see Mantis secondary, all right? I think we'll see a lot of Luna and Mantis. I think these are two of the best healers in the game. Well, actually, no, because Loki does healing too. The healers are great. All of the healers are very good in this game, so it'll be interesting to see. Namor, I hate to do this. This really saddens me. I think Namor is one of the, or Namor, that's the way he says it. I think Namor is one of the most slept on characters, but he's also just not amazing too. There are some characters in this game where I feel like, I don't know what they'll do, but I feel like one of their abilities is just kind of useless. So Namor, he has an ability where he pops up in the air and he gets a shield. And he's basically invincible. And then he can kind of float down. But like, you have to have teamwork with a healer, so you need to pop up in the air for them to heal you. But it's like, I don't necessarily like the fact that I gotta pop up in the air for you to heal me, because people can just start shooting you again as you're like falling down, you know? But he does damage. His damage is insane. I've played a lot of Namor, and like, the dude can do some damage. All right, if I had an F tier, I was debating on putting an F tier in this tier list, Penny Parker would go down here. Garbage. I don't know what they're gonna do with Penny Parker. She's just not good. I think a lot of people like playing with her because they're hoping she's going to be good. Just not good. I saw some other people rank her a little bit higher. This character is garbage. Very bad. She doesn't do a ton of damage. She's not like, she like kind of does like tosses down like little gadgets like mines and stuff like that. But if we see her in the tournament, I will be blown away. All right, Punisher. Punisher, like a good Punisher might be, there is a lot of Punisher. In rank, but I don't know. He's just, I'll put him in A, but he might be a B. Actually, I'm gonna put him B. Like, he's just like a normal, just like shooter, right? He shoots, he has like pretty decent damage. He's great at shooting the people in the air, but like, I don't know. You could take him out. Like, he has like a turret that he sits on, and like, some people just don't shoot at the turret, but like, if you see the turret, you need to shoot it because that thing does a ton of damage. But like, I just haven't seen too many crazy Punishers. His ultimate is very strong, but the audio cue for it is very obvious, and you just either hide or you focus him from an angle. But yeah. Next up, we have Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch, definitely gonna be A tier. She's really close to S. So any of you who saw my my what to expect from the alpha test, I expected her to be like the strongest busted character, but after playing with her, Not as much, not as much. She does a lot of damage. She probably has the best ultimate in the game if you can do it correctly. But yeah, like her regular damage, her regular fire does a ton of damage. The only issue is at its close range. But she has like a phase ability where she like dashes out, which she can also use to like levitate and like get high in the air. But like the fact that you got to get in so close, it's kind of like but yeah, Scarlet Witch is very good. I haven't seen her too much in competitive play, which is interesting. I will say this, the team up between Scarlet Witch and Magneto is probably one of the best in the game. So I'm surprised I haven't seen this combo as much. I just think that there's like, you know, some other DPS that people are using. A lot of people are using Punisher. I personally am just gonna put him B, but they have one of my favorites. Even though Scarlet Witch doesn't do anything, Magneto gets like this very, very powerful sword. It is nuts. I'm not sure, but it might do more damage than Magic's. All right, SpiderMan, we'll put SpiderMan C. SpiderMan is my favorite hero of all time. I got my SpiderMan tattoo sleeve. I love the dude, but yeah, he is very good at like getting in and out, but he's kind of just like an annoyance, and that's about it. Like he just comes in, he does some damage, like he'll pull your focus away, right? If everybody's like looking for it, he can web sling and get behind you pretty easily, but just like, I think I've only played against one or two really, really good Spider-Man. StarLord, people might disagree with me on this, but no, looking at it, I think I'll put StarLord. I think I'll put StarLord A tier. I'll say this, when I'm streaming and people ask me like, who's the character that you hate playing against the most? There's none that I really hate playing against. All of them like you can deal with. Like a good Hela is a good Hela, but if people are looking at her, like if you like are communicating with your team, you're like, hey, take out that Hela, like her ult, like you could take it out pretty quick, even though she's powerful. But anyways, most annoying character by far, I played against just the most amazing StarLord. It was like it might've been the first day of playing. And he was just so strong. Like it was crazy. Like not only could you just not catch up to him or see him, but he was just destroying all of us. So a really good StarLord might bump him up to S tier, like bonkers. It's just his skill ceiling, I think, is pretty high, and Hela, it's just if you have decent aim, you're gonna be fine, but StarLord requires a lot of movement as well. All right, next up we have Rocket. Rocket is a very, 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 very good support character, but I'm gonna put him in B tier. I just don't know how many people are gonna do it in competitive. By the way, just so you know, the team up with Rocket and Groot, I don't think it's as great as it could be or should be. But yeah, like it's fun, you know, whatever, until you just die, because Rocket is pretty squishy. Rocket, I think, has an advantage too, because he's so little and hard to hit. His healing is very strong and his DPS is very strong. I just don't know how much we're gonna see him in competitive play. But yeah, he can heal, but like, dude, I was playing some Rocket and just melting people. It is crazy how much damage he could do as a support. So last up, we have Storm. I just recently fell in love with Storm as a playable character, like yesterday. But in competitive, I think I'm gonna do C tier. She just doesn't. She's a hybrid of like a support, even though she's classified as a DPS. So she's like a hybrid of DPS and support, because she can speed up your team, and she can also boost their damage. Her ult is silly, but it kind of puts you like right in the middle of everybody. And the ult is a little bit awkward sometimes because it's on the ground level, so it can get obstructed by like objects and everything. So yeah, like Storm, I think I'm gonna put C. I don't think we're gonna see her in competitive play, but I really, really have a lot of fun playing Storm. They might tune her and buff her a little bit, but yeah. So anyways, yeah, that's everybody. That is all 19 characters. Those are my thoughts on the characters so far. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're playing, let me know your thoughts. If you've been watching, let me know your thoughts, all right? And I might do another tier list after the tournament, okay? But yeah, all of us have different opinions on this, and let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think I got these right? Do you think I'm insane? Who knows, okay? But anyways, that's all I got for this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and don't forget, if you're watching today, follow me over on Twitch because I will be giving away a big old batch of 20 alpha keys today. My Twitch is linked down in the description below, all right? But that's all I got. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.